Morning all. Hope all is well. Or rather, I hope everything's doing better for you than it is for me. I've had a sore throat since Thursday, and when I breathe, it sounds like predators clicking. Not even joking. The other day I was like, what's that noise? And it sounded like the click, 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 click. And then I realised after closing my window, looking around, it was actually just my voice. Anyway, not what I wanted to discuss. But I will say that I don't like Lemsip, so I will not be taking it. Despite the fact I probably should. Uh, what I actually was going to discuss is so the backstory behind this is yesterday I was doing my usual Sunday family traditions, whatever, and I was with my cousins who are a lot younger. They're sort of tweens, and the youngest one has a Switch now. So they've had the Switch for Christmas, etc., etc. And yesterday he said to me, "Oh, I've got Animal Crossing now." And I said, "Awesome, I'd like to have a go." Blah blah blah. So anyway, as time ticks by and we exchange the Switch between me and him, he eventually says to me, "How do you win in Animal Crossing?" And I just said to him, "Here's the neat part, you don't." Now, until literally yesterday, I had never played Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have some, probably a couple thousand hours or whatever in Animal Crossing Wild World over the years though, so I was like, right, okay, let's get you started. So when he said to me, "How do you win?" and I said, "You don't," I thought to myself, maybe I should talk about Wincons in video games, because simulations are just the best kind of games to be discussing it on, such as whether it be Animal Crossing, The Sims, EU4. You know, there's a lot of games like this where the win condition is set based on what you want. So, example for Animal Crossing, do you consider a win when you've upgraded your house to the max? Is it a win when you've completed all the galleries? Is it when you get all the best friend pictures? You know, that's for the player to decide. Ultimately, the true answer is once you do all of them. However, there's times where in games such as Animal Crossing or The Sims, like even in The Sims, you could say, ah yes, I win when my favourite Sims have had a family, or when, you know, they become the richest house, or when you get a million simoleons, or whatever. In this game, this is what you're currently witnessing, is I've literally called the save file Peaceful Portugal. So the idea is that I'm just literally gonna do a... Ooh, I don't want to do that. So yeah, the win con for this will be getting as big as income as possible until 1821, where literally I don't fight a single war in the game. I did have to enforce peace earlier to stop my poor little Peruvian colony from dying, but that wasn't a war. And then charter companies and trade wars and stuff I'm allowing. But yeah, so in this game as well, how do you win? I mean, yeah, there's world conquest, there's one faith, there's one culture, there's a culmination of those. So some people have done a one faith, one culture, world conquest, where you put your capital in the New World to prevent colonial nations, etc., etc. Or some people have done challenge runs. One of the more popular ones is where you form Japan's 1939 or whatever imperial borders, which includes like a lot of stuff over here. So this is a brilliant game for what's your win con. Some people consider the win con to be, oh, get your trade node to quadruple digits or whatever. A lot of games, of course, have a specified win, or like a campaign mode, or a, story mode. But even then, the amount of people that do challenge runs in those is seriously insane, which is always good to see. Skyrim, another big one. What's your win con? Completing the main campaign, or is it doing all the guild quests? So you've got so many open-ended games where you dictate what your version of winning is. Which makes games like, as I say, this and Animal Crossing and The Sims a bit of a, there is no real end goal. You make it. You garner fun from how you play the game. And I think in sim games, it's the most obvious genre of games where if you have not set your objective or you're not having fun with it, especially if you're not having fun with it, then you're not really winning. It's not like, I don't know, Devil May Cry, where you have a chapter by chapter story. This is open ended. This game, for instance, as well, is a little bit different in that this game here is a strategy game. EU4 is purely a strategy game. However, it's time based in terms of the game runs between certain dates. Okay, for those that are going to nitpick, yes, it's 11th of November 1444 to the 1st of January 1821. However, my point is, you get the time to do what you want. Civ, as a strategy game in comparison, is a game that says, hey, you need to defeat others and win. The game literally has a you've lost screen. I mean, sure, from them kind of games you can say that, for example, you make your own win, and whether the game tells you you've lost or won is another matter. But there's like a hard line drawn. So even to an extent, you could argue some roguelites are a case of you make your own fun with build challenges and stuff. But even then, you have the build challenges to then complete the game in a way that you've restricted yourself, which counteracts my point I literally just made, but that's fine. But ultimately, the other thing I was going to discuss about Wincons, regardless of whether a game tells you you've won or lost, the whole point of a game is for enjoyment and fun. So when you actually think about it, the way to win every single game is to enjoy your experience within the game. Whether it be for... And that's what's so great about Animal Crossing, The Sims, My Sims, Farming Simulator, a lot of them, is that if you're enjoying what you're doing, the game doesn't tell you whether or not you've won or lost. You yourself have the mentality that you've won because you're enjoying it. That's how you win video games. If you're not enjoying the game you play, then you're not winning. It's a big reason why I've gone off a lot of PvP games, because to me, it's not. Even if, for instance, you win a load of games, like, yeah, sure, it's cool, but if you're starting to lose games, you get angry, etc., etc., then you're not really having fun. So, I think the overarching question, the overarching answer to how do you win video games is have fun. That's pretty much it. If you don't have fun, you're not really ultimately winning the game. At that point, you may as well just turn the damn thing off. Lol. But yeah, that's pretty much what I thought I'd talk about now. So cool. See ya.